Hello everyone, this is Brett. Today's video is a birthday haul. My birthday was just a couple of days ago. My wife Sarah's birthday was just about a week and a half before mine. So this is going to be things that she got me, things I got her, and then things that we picked up on our birthday celebration days. So let's kick things off with I'm a huge Thin Lizzy fan. You guys probably know that. So Sarah got me both of his solo albums that I was missing on vinyl. Solo in Soho. This was from 1980. This is a beautiful music on vinyl pressing. If you guys are familiar with music on vinyls pressings, they're so good. Always such great attention to detail. The jackets, the pressing, the inner sleeves, everything about it. God, the track Yellow Pearl is so great on this one. And then also the second in his final solo album, the Phil Lynott album. This was from 1982. This was a Record Store Day. I think it was a UK edition, and it's on white vinyl. The track Kathleen on this one. There's a moment in the Phil Lynott documentary, Songs While I'm Away, that came out a year or so ago, where it's his youngest daughter Kathleen was talking about how her dad Phil had written it for her, and it's a beautiful little song. But the best part is at the very end when he says, "Now shut up and go to bed." Just so good. So Phil Lynott, Solo in Soho, and the Phil Lynott album. I got this one for Sarah. This is what I showed in a couple videos ago, a House of Love Cherry Red CD compilation. And Cherry Red just puts out such great stuff. So I got this for Sarah. It's called Big Gold Dreams. It's a 5 CD set of all Scottish independent music. I mean, it's an insane track listing. There's probably 21 to 25 songs per disc. It has a great booklet in it that just goes over all the songs, shows the single cover, the album cover that they're taken from. And it has things, like Simple Minds, The Shaman, Altered Images, The Associates, Cindy Talk, Vaselines, all kinds of stuff on this one. So really cool. And then she had gotten this one also in our birthday haul. Another Cherry Red. This is a 4-disc compilation called Electrical Language. And it's a 4-disc set collecting all independent British synth-pop from 78 to 84. So it's got, Thomas Dolby, The Normal, Warm Leatherette, Color Box, legendary Pink Dots, Edward Caspell solo, Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark, OMD, all kinds of great stuff on here. Have yet to open this one up or have yet to play it, but once again, just the detail they put into the notes is just great, and seeing all of the covers for what the songs are taken from. So really looking forward to digging into this one. Electrical Language. All right. This just got recently reissued, and I picked this one up for Sarah. This is Moby's 1999 album Play, probably his breakthrough album, which had Porcelain and South Side, Natural Blues. And what's funny about this, on the inner sleeves, they're die cut. So let me see if I can line this up right. So the inner sleeves are die cut, so they made the image of his chest and shirt there on the actual label on both of them. So when you pull them out, it's kind of funny. So Moby Play, and they've been reissuing his whole catalog. My favorite album of Moby's is Hotel. I think that was from 2005, and I feel like that just came out this Friday, so I'm gonna definitely be grabbing that one, as well as 18. Here's another one that I had gotten for Sarah. We had seen this back. It was just a single edition. It got repressed a few years ago before COVID. And we were at the store, and it was like $17.99. We didn't get it for some reason, and then it just became super scarce. And we were at this new little record store that opened up in Gilbert, Arizona, called Rock This Town. They've been open for a few months, and lo and behold, there was Temple of the Dogs, self-titled album from 1991, a tribute to the late Andrew Wood from Mother Love Bone. Most of you probably know this one, but it was members of Soundgarden, members of Pearl Jam. Members of Pearl Jam were in Mother Love Bone. And this is actually, the jacket on this is so nice and thick. It's a double album. You can see the gatefold with pictures from the Hunger Strike video, which featured Eddie Vedder on backing vocals. And the third, so it's 3 sides, and then the 4th side has an etching, which has, you can see that pretty well, an image from the video shoot for Hunger Strike as well. Yeah, Temple of the Dog. I was really surprised to find that, and I was glad we kind of held off on that single edition because this one is really, really nice. All right, next up, we got on this little Ice House tear, and I love the song Electric Blue from their Man of Colors album, and from 1987. It just reminds me of, back then when I was a teenager. And so we found a copy of Man of Colors, Australian band. The first opening track on this one, Crazy, also really great. Check that song out, Electric Blue. If you're unfamiliar, you probably know it. And what's interesting about that is Johnny Oates from Hall & Oates was the co-writer of that track. So, Ice House. All right, so... you're going to hear my cat in the background here. Hello? Yep, there he is. So you're going to be hearing some screaming as he's trying to work me for an early dinner here. Sarah picked this up, some Swedish doom metal. This is Candlemass, their 3rd album from 1988, Ancient Dreams. The artwork on this is so great. If you're unfamiliar with Candlemass, just think of a 1980s Black Sabbath. Highly recommend Candlemass. And they have a new album coming out, I think, in November. All right. I love the German band Helloween power metal. And this is Chameleon. This is their 1993 album, and kind of a polarizing album because it always makes me think of Jazz Odyssey from Spinal Tap. Because there's a lot of strange instrumentation in this one, saxophones and orchestration. They have a really good sense of humor. Their artwork's always really fun. And this is a double album. And I actually really like this one. And just another piece towards completing my Halloween collection. That's Chameleon from 1993. All right, here's one I picked up in our birthday haul after we had lunch that day. So this is Townes Van Zandt, his first album, For the Sake of the Song. Zia Records, a independent record store chain in Arizona, Phoenix area, Tucson. There's also some I think 1 or 2 stores in Las Vegas. But they just did an exclusive version of Townes Van Zandt's first album on this tangerine colored vinyl. Love Townes Van Zandt. I have Live at the Old Quarterback there. All right, next up. Oh, here's another one I found. The Candlemass records just recently got repressed or reissued, and I had gotten this one the same day as the Townes Van Zandt. This is their second album, 1987, Nightfall. Once again, just such great artwork. All right, and found this one also out digging that same day. It was one I was missing in my vinyl collection. I'm totally familiar with the album, but this was John McGeoch, his last album with Magazine, 1980s, The Correct Use of Soap, and you can see it's the Virgin Records promo on there, so I was happy to find that white label promo on that. If you're unfamiliar with Magazine, John McGeoch later went on to play with Susie and the Banshees, phenomenal guitar player. Just finished reading his biography a few weeks ago. Really great if you don't know his story. He also played in Public Image Limited, Visage, The Armory Show. Great guitar player. All right, a couple more things I want to show you, and then we'll wrap this up. So Zia Records, I mentioned before, they often do this sale of buy 3 previously, used, whatever used, whether it's DVDs or records or CDs, and you get one free. So I always take advantage of that, and shop for used CDs primarily. Things that either aren't on vinyl, or maybe I don't want to get on vinyl and it's just cheaper to get it on CD. So when I'm like cooking at night, I can pop a CD in and not worry about flipping over a record, like last night when I was cutting up some Fresno peppers and my hands were burning, and then I'm like, oh my god, the record, it needs to be flipped over. What am I doing here? So I showed a Brian Ferry record a couple weeks ago. Love Roxy Music, and this is one that I had just had digitally and then came across it in that Zia sale, and I bought some other things, but I just kind of cherry picked a couple items of note. But this is really fascinating. This is the Brian Ferry Orchestra, the Jazz Age, and it comes in this little book. It's got the booklet in it, and the CD pulls out. But this is all Roxy Music and Brian Ferry songs done like, it sounds like it's from like the 1920s. No vocals, just all instrumental. It even sounds old, like you're playing it through an old, Victrola. Highly recommend this one. Do the Strand as the opening track, so you're not hearing any vocals, but you hear the melody weaving in and out of there. Love is the Drug, Avalon, Bogus Man, Slave to Love, Virginia Plain. So check that one out. Brian Ferry Orchestra, the Jazz Age. All right, and then I'm going to close this one out with King Diamond. This is a Blu-ray Songs for the Dead Live. This was also from that Zia buy 3 get 1 free used. This has 2 live shows. I think they're from both live shows 2015, 2016. One of them is from the Fillmore in Philadelphia. The other one, I can't read what that is. Grass Pop Metal Meeting. But 2 full shows on this, and I think I've seen clips of this on YouTube, and it's outstanding. And exciting news, because Merciful Fate, King Diamond's first band, I mean, he runs 2 bands at the same time, his own band King Diamond and then Merciful Fate, are going to be touring coming up in a month, I think right before Halloween in the US. So check that out. King Diamond, Songs for the Dead Live. All right, guys, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.